a paperback on the nightstand, some story about people finding their way. And I laid there reading the back cover, thinking ours would make a better one someday. All the chapters that we lived through, the ones we barely made it out of breathing, the ones we'll tell our daughter when she's old enough to hear them, the ones we're still too close to fall believing. And we were lost in love stories, other people's and our own, reading happy endings in the dark before we learned to write them on our own. Lost in love stories, everyone we ever told ourselves at night. Lost in love stories, the ones that made it harder and the ones that made it right. The boy who built a wall and thought it was a fortress, the girl who waited at the gate until it fell. We were lost in love stories, and darling, ours is still the best one. We were lost in love stories, and I'd get lost in it again, I'd get lost in it again. Think about the boy I was back at the beginning. Didn't know a love story from a prison cell. Thought the running was the living, thought the highway was the chapter, till the highway had nothing left to tell. And I think about the woman who kept reading, even when the story got too hard to hold. She kept the porch light on between the chapters and loved me back into the fold. We were lost in love stories, every twist and every turn, reading other people's endings before we learned that ours was something we had to earn. Lost in love stories, everyone we ever told ourselves at night. Lost in love stories, the ones that made it harder and the ones that made it right. The boy who built a wall and thought it was a fortress, the girl who waited at the gate until it fell. We were lost in love stories, and darling, ours is still the best one. We were lost in love stories, and I get lost in it again, I get lost in it again. Some love stories end in parking lots, some end in kitchens on a Sunday, some end in a diner outside Lubbock where a stranger asked you the right question. Some begin the second time around with two cold cups and one almost smile. And some go on forever, written one ordinary day at a time. That's ours. We were lost in love stories, and we finally found the one worth telling. And we're still writing it, we're still writing it. Lost in love stories, every mile and every year and every night. Lost in love stories, but I wouldn't trade a single chapter of this life. The boy who built a wall came home and tore it down. The girl who waited turned a house into a home. We were lost in love stories, and darling, ours is the one that made it. Lost in love stories, I get lost in it again, I get lost in it every time, every time, every time. Paperback on the nightstand, her story, our story.